Are you looking for a home near Greenville or Winterville, North Carolina, but you want to escape that crowded suburbs?
Everybody knows about Winterville, of course, and you know about Greenville, but we're going to talk in this video about the towns beyond Greenville and Winterville. So these are the 5 small best towns in Pitt County and Washington County that locals definitely know about and that you might love. So let's talk about the first one. Ayden, North Carolina, capital of barbecue.
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to talk about first Ayden. Ayden is just 6 miles south of Greenville, North Carolina, which in reality, if you put it in the Google map, something is around 10 minutes drive. And this town is famous Eastern North Carolina style that has hog barbecue. No?
Whole hog.
Whole hog barbecue.
Now, pretty much you can go to the Skylight Inn or Bumps restaurant to eat and catch up. Or if you're looking for to talk, 903 Mini Mart is where people go for morning coffee and just to really have a conversation with people. And it's affordable to live, but keep in mind that your shopping is going to be limited there. There's a lot of new construction in the area, so the small town is changing. But I would say Ayden is a choice many people check. But of course, if you are worried about schools and things like that, of course, check your school records on that. You can go do your research and make sure. But Ayden is...
Or they can comment us and we can give them all information about even the schools if they're looking at those to be close to the Greenville, North Carolina.
Now, the second one we're going to talk about today is Farmville. Farmville is really kind of the creative town, I would say. It's got art, it's got soul, and it's about 15 minutes from Greenville, and it's a completely different vibe. You want to talk about it?
Exactly. Therefore, Farmville technically is west of Greenville, North Carolina, and has total different vibes respect to the Greenville. And it used to be a tobacco town before, but now is a huge hub for art and culture. And if, for example, they have Duck Rabbit Craft Brewery, which is a local favorite for people that they wanted to hang out. And if you love sweets, you can go to the Cafe Madeleine, no? And this Cafe Madeleine is an authentic French bakery right in the center of town of Farmville.
Now, also the downtown area of Farmville is actually walkable, so a lot of people like that. But if you're looking for a dining scene, that it's growing there, property values are rising as well. So Farmville might be that nice little niche place that you're thinking of, like your new Asheville, I would say, your place where people are just a little bit more creative. Now let's talk about Washington.
And I just wanted to add that there are 3 subdivisions actually is developing in Farmville, North Carolina at the time of this film or video. If you're curious about it, please DM us about that. The third thing is Washington, as my wife said, this is a waterfront city with the pier. And what is special about it?
Well, it's often called Little Washington. It's right on the Pamlico River. It's 25 miles, which is the longest commute we have on the list. But basically, people want to be oceanfront, waterfront, riverfront. This place has a lot of boats, parades, and great restaurants. And it's a place where if you want to be by the water, but not necessarily go swimming, but you want to be in a condo by the water, it's actually much more affordable to be here than in other parts of the area. So I would say Washington is a really nice place to be, actually. But Mulberry House has a rooftop bar, amazing views of the water. What about that fried chicken?
Exactly. Therefore, the other one is a local classic place that you have to try it about fried chicken, as my wife said, and the name is King's Chicken Drive-In. And since it's on the river,
and the ocean.
And on the ocean, housing costs a little bit higher than in other small towns that's so far listed, like Ayden and Farmville that we already talked about.
But in the summer, I can tell you many people love to say they go to Washington to hang out on the pier, to get some great restaurants, to get some great dinner, to do some nice shopping. And so it's really just a nice fun, you want to go away and it's right there as well.
Exactly, especially if you have a boat. That could be a place for you because you can have your boat going to the ocean, and enjoy your time with your family. And the next town, number 4 in the list, is Bethel. Bethel is actually the family-focused town and is quiet town which is north of Greenville, around 14 miles, north of Greenville, and it moves much more a slower pace respect to Greenville and Winterville area.
Now I will say, if they do end up building this major industrial complex north of the river, Bethel is going to be a very booming town very soon. If that gets built and they spend billions of dollars, then people want to live near their jobs that are in this now billion-dollar area that they're building, and Bethel will become the place that is very small and quiet right now. But if whenever that does get developed, I would say that's, especially if you're an investor or something like that, this is a place where it will definitely grow because industry is coming in and it's seen there. So,
therefore, at the time of this video, Bethel is very affordable. Yes. And it could be a choice for you, for young families, or if you're getting retired. And if you're looking at the hot local spot, for example, and you love food and Italian food, you can go to La Casetta Italian restaurant, which is an amazing place for a local dinner.
Absolutely. For kids, we have kids. Field of Green Park is a nice little area as well when we're north. And it's a very, very quiet community north of the river. So you're definitely driving to Greenville because it's a small town. You have to drive to Greenville, your doctor's visits, your groceries, things of that sort. So you're not necessarily going to be able to walk when you're living in this area.
Exactly. Number 5, I'm sure that you're curious to know what is the number 5. Number 5 actually is Grimesland. And it happens so many times when we talk to many of you that you're calling us or we connect with you, they don't know about anything about Grimesland. And basically Grimesland is the smallest town on the list.
No. I think that's wrong.
Only a couple hundred people, they live there. And if you wanted to be exact, is 10 miles east of Greenville, North Carolina, and it feels like a true rural getaway.
Now, I want to point out as well, though, with Grimesland, this is where the $1 million homes can be. This is where a lot of acreage is. Now, when people looked at Grimesland in the past, it was a very farm area, and it was 381 people. Now, it's much more. It's a much bigger thing, and it is a lot of really fancy homes and a little more expensive homes, and there's a lot of new construction happening in Grimesland, and the market rate in Grimesland is definitely growing, and it's definitely something that's still there.
Exactly. Therefore, we can say that one of the subdivision that one of the local builders is developing, they're gonna put 175 homes just in that neighborhood with the gorgeous floor plan. Especially if you want something that most of the space is on the first floor. That could be another choice.
Now, again, if you're looking for restaurants, there's some great Mexican restaurants over there. I think it's La Patacino, probably Patacina, I'm sorry if I say it wrong. But basically, Grimesland used to be a place where a lot of people knew each other, and Grimesland is now a very growing place to where you have a very strong... Now, it used to be, but now it's more a lot of well-to-do, richer people have moved into Grimesland. Even though the name is Grimesland, they're seeing these beautiful homes really close to Greenville, but they're in a nice and isolated location. So they're getting the acre of land, they're getting the beautiful house, they're getting a lot for their
water access that they have.
Exactly. I mean, it's a beautiful area and beautiful homes that they're building. So it is a quieter community, but it's definitely growing in a very rich way. It's not growing because of in a poor way. It's growing in a nice, inexpensive way.
Exactly.
And while there are no big stores there, they're all going to have to come to Greenville for everything.
Exactly. Therefore, as we said, 10 miles off the east of Greenville. Therefore, you're gonna come out there and start seeing all of the amenities that you can use in Greenville, North Carolina.
So I'm basically gonna break this down in a really quick way. If you love food, maybe Ayden, and you love barbecue, Ayden's your spot. If you are a creative, maybe Farmville is your spot. If you love the ocean and the water, maybe Washington is your spot. If you're looking for a quiet place to just retire or just to be with your family, that would be Bethel. And in Grimesland, if you're looking for a place where you can have acre of land and like a big space for you, Grimesland is probably for you. It's a little bit more rural, but it's a little bit more upscale and growing upscale.
Exactly. Therefore, don't forget to call us, Alan Victoria Pinder, or book a calendar with us. That is all in the description. Our number is 252-327-3357. Alan Victoria Pinder, real estate agent in Greenville and Winterville, North Carolina. Don't forget to watch all of our playlists, everything about the area that we are here for you. And don't forget to subscribe in our channel and leave us a comment. We'll love to connect with you, and see you next time.